Tobin. Tobin's a one-man band today.
Sneaky.
He always
This is how
like
Trump
a creeper.
got caught.
Is he? Not political, not a political show. It's okay. It's okay. You can bring it up. It's cool.
You got to talk about grabbing dicks.
Oh
Yeah.
God, please.
Yeah, I like to grab a dick. Anytime. Just grab them dicks. Could you imagine? Hi, welcome to
welcome. Do that.
Hi, welcome to Not My Show. But could you imagine a woman ever being like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna grab dick." I can't even say.
Well, there
grab a
are
dick.
women there. You can't
Grab.
even form the word. Doesn't even like the phrase. Can't even come out of your mouth.
Grab a dick.
I'm not opposed to grabbing one
I mean, no.
at all
Maybe in the appropriate setting.
in the appropriate setting.
But yeah,
But
could you imagine
it's
a
not
woman?
like, yeah, I just want
I
to.
just want to grab.
Yeah,
I
we're
wanna
not
grab
made
him
like
by
that.
the dick.
Yeah, I just want to take his cock and.
Yeah, and for all the men who believe that from watching enough porn, I'm sorry,
That's not how we are.
that's not the reality of
I had
things.
a whole conversation about porn with a friend of mine, like that this new generation of like 20-year-olds, that's where they're learning sex. Like there's
yeah.
because there's so much porn everywhere and it's so accessible now, where before it was in, grandpa's garage.
Right. Well, yeah, it would be sort of like Playboy magazines
Yeah,
that like
right?
young men would sneak, and now
Yeah,
I think
and
it's
you'd have to
scary.
go buy a video, and you weren't allowed to get it, and now it's everywhere. So all these people, these youngsters, are thinking that's the way to have sex. Oh, this is what women like.
Yeah,
Acting.
yeah, it's a lot of actoring.
We don't.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't like to be pounded like you're trying to start a fire.
Hi.
Okay.
Happy Sunday morning. Thanks for my tea.
You know what?
Hi, Michelle.
this
You
is-
look
first of all,
gorgeous.
So you look gorgeous. Well, I mean, you are.
I mean, do you always look like this on a Sunday morning?
I do.
Oh man, I
Tobin's-
mean, you're lucky that I actually got dressed this
You're
morning. Like that I didn't show up in a
I
bathrobe.
know, right? No, we were talking about that beforehand. Like, you have kids, and you're like, why do I even need to get dressed up? These sweats are
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, because something's gonna vomit's gonna end up on it.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway,
I always have vomit in my hair. Well, I did. He's not vomiting
that's
anymore.
why I always have my hair up now. Like, so I pulled my hair down from its ponytail just for you.
Right. Thank you. It's gorgeous.
But yeah, it's sort of
gorgeous.
permanently up in
Yeah.
either a bun or a ponytail now because of that.
And do you just leave? I got to where I was just leaving the barf in my hair. I wasn't even cleaning it out because it was Jameson
Yeah.
was such a projectile not projectile, almost.
yeah,
But he was such a barfer that I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just.
yeah.
that
And
was me.
sometimes you're just too tired.
You're too tired.
mean,
Exactly. Like,
If we're gonna be really honest, I don't think I've showered in 2 days.
yeah.
So
That's how it is. You smell good
thank you.
and you look
It's
amazing.
fake.
No,
Sprayed
no,
something
it's
on.
it's it's real. This is Nadia Bjorlin. If you haven't already
Hi.
figured that out. And
Thanks
the
for having me
reason-
back.
Yeah, I mean, we started off like, it's great. Nadia, if you've noticed how we're dressed, it's because this is our 1-year anniversary show.
It's amazing. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, I mean,
And
would have
I
you
make
here
sure to
every
be,
weekend.
I make sure to be pregnant every time I'm
Yeah,
back
and
for this
she's
podcast.
pregnant yet again. She was pregnant with Torin, who's
Yes.
downstairs, being a good boy, while my son is peeling the wallpaper off of the walls.
He's actually tempting to sit on Torin.
Sitting on Torin.
Denise was like, Jameson, don't sit on him. Don't.
I went over to Nadia's house.
Torin's just like,
He's like, oh my God, don't leave me. I go over to Nadia's house a couple weekends ago, and Torin is so chill. He's such a good boy. He's so chill. And my son is like fingers in the air the air conditioning compressor, picking up the dried up poop in the backyard. I'm like
Eating the
running
dog
after
toys.
him. Yeah, eating dog toys and like turning on the propane. And I love how Grant, her husband Grant, I looked over at him and Jameson was doing something and Grant just here, give me your hand, like he was going for something, and Grant just went, don't. I'm like, that's awesome.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry he did that.
He did. It was like I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, I liked it. Like I'm like, I need a dude in my life to be like, hey, knock it off. Like
Yeah.
that energy.
Yeah,
he
does have
Yes,
that.
yes. It's very important for a boy, that energy, and I don't have it.
Yeah, little
I'm
boys
never gonna have it.
Little boys respond very well to that.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my dude is just, I try to wear the two hats.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just never going to be, because I'm not a man and I just don't have that thing about me. And I try to like throw him up in the air. And like one time I threw Jameson up in the air and I hurt my back. And I was like,
Did your back go out?
I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Because I like
Well,
that.
yeah. No, it's hard. Yeah, little boys like roughhousing.
Yeah. Does
I'm
Torin though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
does.
All right.
And I'm always the one who's a little bit scared. Like, oh, God, oh, don't. No, not so high.
I know, well, because I've heard stories of like throwing them and they hit their little.
Yeah. Yes. I imagine everything. I actually have a story like that.
God, you do. I'm like, I've heard stories. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it was your story.
I think I told you because it just happened. It happened. I remember it was Oscar Sunday, where how many times have I told my husband, oh God, please be careful when you throw him in the air. And Grant is 6'4", so he's already tall and doesn't realize, how tall he is. And I'm like, for God's sakes, please don't. And then all I hear from like over on the other side of the house, next room, is like thud, just
That's the
screaming.
worst. It's the
And
worst.
he was
Yeah.
throwing him and he threw
Yeah.
him into the door frame.
Oh, shit.
Like door. Yeah.
We don't condone that, and we're not
No.
making fun of that. If anybody's
No, and I
done
can-
that and a child has gotten very hurt, I have to
Yes.
say the disclaimer because
Yes, and I can only somewhat smile or laugh about it now, but it was grounds for divorce that night.
God, that's awesome.
Because it's just so scary. He was fine. Thankfully, he just like it hit his head probably in a really good spot, if there is such a thing. So it
In
just
a
turned
tougher spot.
in a tougher spot.
Yeah,
So
right.
it turned into a nice lump. But
There was
it was a big old
Oh, my
lump.
God.
But he was
That's
okay.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Character
but
loss.
he
They
was
are.
okay. But
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know for sure.
I know, right? Only time will tell.
But
Natalia last night, because she's 7 and I can leave her in the bath. I could leave the bath, okay? She knows how to swim. I feel like I always have to say these things because I just don't want child services to show up
Yeah.
at my door. But, I can leave and do something and come back, right? So I hear.
She's pretty grown up.
Yeah, she's 7.5.
And for
I-
7, she's actually very mature, I would
Yes.
say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
okay.
think she's
All right.
I think she's a very
Mature little girl.
mature and very smart.
And-
Yeah.
And I don't
she
even have.
she seems older to me in a refined way,
Mm-hmm,
actually.
mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
wise. She's a wise girl.
That's the word I'm looking
Mhm.
for. Mhm.
Oh shit, we're getting off on a bunch of. No, it's good. I like what's happening. Conversation with myself.
Thanks for the snacks, by the way.
You're welcome. These
Natalia
are
can take a bath.
since Nadia's pregnant, I didn't want to have. I have bran muffins.
That's so nice of you.
So that's what you do for a pregnant woman, right?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, anyway, I heard a thud down here and she was hanging out on the edge of the tub just playing and I'm like, I can't leave these children to their own devices. I have to be on them all the time.
What happened?
She was like playing on the edge and then she
she fell.
slipped
Oh.
and fell in and hit her head on the tub.
Ooh, yeah.
Like people have DIED that way.
Yeah. Bathtubs are the one thing that you have to be super, super careful. Like you can never be too comfortable with that because just the horror stories you hear. I mean, my husband has a horror story of where his mother turned around for 2 seconds and he somehow
Started to drown.
he drowned. No, he hit his head and it split open his head.
Oh
There was just
shit!
blood
Yes.
everywhere.
Oh god. Yeah.
So he has that story. So we're
I'm-
very mindful of the bath, where even if you think like, oh, they're okay.
They're
or
okay. No,
you can
you're
even
on
take a
it.
hand off of them or turn around or
Yeah.
go and grab something.
Well, I can't with my son because he doesn't know how to swim, so I'm always
Yeah.
on him, right?
Yeah, he's too young.
Oh, they're so cute though. Those
They're
little
so
babies with their, and I'm
They're
gonna say
cute.
this, but the little baby boys with their little wieners. I'm probably gonna cut this out.
They are so. It is so cute though.
It
Yeah.
is, you know, and
Yeah.
then they grab it and they're like, "Yay!" And
That's probably the irony of going back to that very first conversation that we had.
one?
That's probably the only time in life where we're like, "Oh, look, it's
oh
so
yeah,
cute."
grabbing penis. Yo,
That's-
yes, but see, we
That's
think
when
it's
it's
cute.
so cute.
But we think it's cute. We're not like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
When we're
it's
grown up,
so
we're like, "No, put your
adorable.
clothes on."
Did I? Yeah, like I came back from. Yeah, I know. It's like I don't. Okay,
Yeah. No.
when I lived in Italy on Sunday, that the only people I lived in Milano, and the only
Mhm.
people that were around on Sunday were tourists and the models who were from out of town who didn't understand that everybody left the town on Sunday, right? And so I'd go out, and it was just a slew of creepy old men jerking off. Signorina, signorina. I never forgot that. So like it's that's what I think of when the grab, it's like that whole realm. That's probably gonna be cut out because we're talking about jerking off. But Nadia, all right. Now I came back from a party and my son was asleep, lying there. I changed his diaper and he has a full-on erection.
Okay.
17 months old.
Is this the first time? Because I have not seen that yet with my kid, and I'm
No,
terrified.
when
of
I
the
came
day
back from
it
the
happens.
for 2 days, he had an erection coming back from the hospital, and I thought
Oh.
I've talked about this before. And I was like, okay, I guess that's how it is
Yeah.
until it's not. And the doctor was like, that's actually not how it is. And I guess it went down. Something happened. Whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a wild experience
he was
being
excited
born.
to be born.
He was excited to be here. Yeah, to be hanging out. And so, but he had the full-on erection, and I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do with that. Like,
Yeah.
and so, and
What
it
do you
stayed.
do
I
with
thought
it?
something was wrong. I thought, oh my God, I have to call the doctor. Something's wrong. Like, it wouldn't go down, and I was
I don't know that. I don't know if batting at it is.
really? I mean, like, I didn't. That's what everybody said. But I'm like hitting it to go down, right? I'm like, it doesn't go down.
Probably making the
Just put-
situation worse.
Scarred for life. But totally put the diaper on and put him like.
Yeah.
But I was really close to calling the doctor, but then I not replayed, but I thought of the conversation in my mind of what that would be. His penis won't go down, my son. Like, and then I realized that
that's a
was
really-
probably how it should have been.
But that's
Like, or not should have
valid.
been, like, how it is.
That's a valid question,
Go
though. I
ahead.
mean, anything that has to do with
Penises.
your son's genitalia, you're not. I would assume you're not expected to be fully versed on how it completely operates and what it looks
I'm
like.
not.
You know?
Are you?
No,
No.
no. I mean,
And you leave that to
thankfully,
your
that's
husband.
why I have Grant at home. I mean, I
I have a lot of
my
dude
poor kid, and
friends.
I'm like, is that normal? Come here.
And he'll go, oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. Or it has like a seam in it or something. And you're like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're just it's the
You're
first time in
cleaning
your
it
life
off.
you're really like
You're
looking
cleaning
at
it.
it. You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
is that
well, you
supposed-
got to get in
you're
there.
like, is it supposed to look like that? Okay, good. As long as you say it's supposed to look that way.
yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I mean, his could be, nobody else has seen it except me and the nanny.
Right.
I'm doing the best I can, folks. I'm doing the best I
Yeah,
can.
yes,
Tobin,
you are.
our anniversary show. Nadia Bjorlin was lovely enough to agree to be my first guest for this podcast. And she's back here for the anniversary show because that's how podcasts are. You just come. You can come like every week. You
I
could.
appreciate that. Thank you.
But you're
I
not gonna.
will. Hey, you never know.
Okay. Well, you're invited all
we'll
the time.
We'll see how my kid fares downstairs.
But I don't hear any screaming, and I
No.
usually do, and it's okay. Stephanie Tovin's beautiful fiance is joining us today too. She did my makeup. She made me look really pretty because Nadia Bjorlin's coming to be my guest, and I have to.
Gotta look fancy.
So sweet.
I have to.
I'm glad
I have
that
to
he's
step
made
up.
a
Step it
comeback.
up. Mm-hmm. We
Is
do.
it the
We
same
have
one or same ones that you had? You had the
different
feather.
ones.
Yeah.
Different ones.
Feather boa.
And our tiaras.
tiara.
Mine's a little awkward, but it's okay. I gave you the good one because you're my guest.
Thank you. Well, and it kind of
It's okay.
It
matches.
my
Yeah.
little cardigan thing here.
And that's my daughter.
Hi.
No. Why? Why am I? Because we're doing the show. It's part of the show to wear your crown.
She asked, why you're wearing her crown?
Okay, I'll give you something special later. There you go. Bribe. That's all it is. It's just a succession. Parenthood is a succession of lies and bribes.
Got it. Mental note.
It's true. That's true. And I'm shocked that I'm doing it because, of course, before you're like, they're not going to watch TV. They're never going to have sugar. I'm never going to say the things that my mother said. I'm never going to bribe them. Oh, look at that adult over there. I'm never going to use the leash. I'm absolutely getting a leash. I've talked about the leash before. Absolutely getting a leash for my son. Absolutely.
That's so funny.
He's mental. He already has tried to run into the street. He's on a leash.
I would agree that you need a leash.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually.
Yeah.
Well, funny thing is, we actually had a conversation about a leash.
Yes, we have.
Like last week. Well, my husband and I
you have?
did.
Oh, your
Yeah,
husband.
no, we totally did because I used to be, one of those people who was very judgmental of it, or think
course.
like, oh my god,
Of
how could you
course,
not
me
How
too.
could you not control your child?
oh,
Or,
God.
but
Look at you.
then we watched. We also watched the show called The Missing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Now,
You seen
now,
it?
It's about kids going missing.
yeah. I
Not
mean, in the
interested
first,
I'm watching that.
it's not, and it's one of those things where it's like you can't help it. Like you just keep watching it
Yeah.
because it is so disturbing. At
Yeah.
least it was to me.
Yeah.
And it made me feel very unsettled, so I kept watching it.
Well, that's the thing. I've been
And
there.
it's literally about how it's you could try, or at least the first season. The dad is turned away for not even 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and
not
turns back,
even.
and the son is just gone.
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 So easy to happen.
And with that being said, we were like, should we get a leash? Do they make GPS microchip trackers like they do for dogs?
You know?
And I was completely
And
serious.
then can you
like,
wrap the leash around a pole? And just when you have to look away for 2 seconds, something happened at Dodger Stadium with a child falling.
Oh.
It was a horrible tragedy. And I didn't have a child at the time, or Natalia was like a year old, right? I
Yeah.
think she was just not even a year, maybe in the months. And I was like, oh my God, how could they?
because she wasn't really
Totally.
mobile yet. Yeah.
Totally could happen. Now, Natalia is not that kid. She's not that kid to run into the street. She's not that
She's
kid.
very calm.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
calm.
yeah.
I think just naturally.
Okay. Really calm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, she's.
Well, I think it goes along with the wise thing. She's always, to me, seemed
Yeah.
a bit, her demeanor. Well, and her demeanor is much more calm in comparison also to your son.
Oh God. In
They just have
comparison,
different
for sure.
Personalities.
Yes.
Whether, I don't know if that's necessarily a boy or girl thing. I could say that, but I,
Oh, no.
I'm only getting started with my experience, which
With
will
our
be
boys.
with boys.
He is, right? He's a wild man. Okay. So, anyway. What was I saying? Oh,
Kid falling.
Dodger State.
Yeah.
So, I did have a thing that could totally happen with Jameson. Totally. Where I looked away upstairs. I walked to the closet. He was in the bathroom. I walked to the closet. Came back probably tops 6 seconds. Probably not even that. He had the lavender oil and he was pouring it all over my makeup.
Oh my God,
And-
you told me you drank it.
Lavender oil, organic lavender oil. Thank
At
you.
least it was organic.
Organic. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, and I'm putting my finger in his mouth to see, like, if he drank it because I couldn't tell. Like, he reeked of it. He reeked, you know, and it's really potent. And I'm putting and I'm smelling, and then I call poison control. And it's not poisonous, just so all you folks know, not poisonous.
It's good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know, not poisonous. But he said he could get sick, right? Not poisonous. Don't call child services.
That's
Was
an
he at
honest
least really
mistake.
calm?
I know, right? They said,
Lavender's very calming.
I know. He said that he might like sleep, but
So
if they don't start throwing up, it's a good sign. That was the one thing that, like, if he starts throwing up, it's, you know, call us again.
Yeah.
So it was good, but it was like 5 seconds, 6 seconds tops.
Right. No, it's scary when you think. I mean, I don't have as dramatic of a story, but this is the first time I've actually ever told anyone. I haven't even told my husband the story.
Tell us. Tell all.
Which
tell
was
25, 30,000 people who view this podcast. By the way,
wait, people actually,
that's what,
people are going to watch this?
yeah, dude, that's what, those are the views we're getting.
That's
and
amazing.
for you, so much
That's
more because
amazing.
you're super
See,
popular.
that's what's so scary about being in this intimate environment, because you forget someone's
No,
actually going to watch
No, but
it.
I have your back because I cut things out. I know.
It's
That's
okay.
right. Like a couple of
This conversation right now will be cut out.
this conversation will be cut out.
Okay. So I'm going to share
Then,
with
then I'll come back in and go, we cut that out. Okay, share what you did.
So I'm going to share a story which I haven't told anyone, not even my husband. And you met my child. He's very calm.
Super chill.
Yeah, super chill.
And sweet.
Yeah, I know he's
boy.
just a sweet, good boy. And he had just started sort of learning to sit on the couch by himself. Like, so in the morning I'd give him a bottle and like we'll sit on the couch. We'll usually sit there, and he'd sort of gotten to this point where he like kind of can sit on his own, and he wants to hold the bottle, and he holds it, and he kind of
course.
that's our Mickey Mouse Clubhouse,
Oh yeah.
you know, moment. I was
Yeah.
gonna say hour. We don't sit there for an hour, like 10 minutes.
It's okay if you did.
But
Sometimes
yeah.
I sit there for an hour.
He
Stuff done.
sometimes I wish that we could sit there for an hour,
And
but
the
it's
pack
more
and
that
play,
it's like,
good. You're watching it. I'm getting stuff done. Go ahead.
yeah,
You're a better mom. You're a better
No,
mom than I.
no,
it's okay. It's
no.
okay. Most people are.
No,
Continue
stop
on.
it. So he'd gotten so good, and like over that week, I'd sort of taken like pictures of him just sort of sitting there
Oh,
by
yeah.
himself, and
Uh-huh.
it was so cute. But I was right there. And then one morning, I do the exact same thing, and I went like looked at his little fingernails, went, oh, I have to clip them. I get up and like bolt to like it's 3 feet away where the drawer is, where his little nail clippers are. And it couldn't even have been 2 seconds, and I heard boom,
Boom. Yeah, I
turn
know.
around, and he's on the
On the
floor.
on his head.
Yeah, and it was like, and I turn around and see him, and he had somehow, and he fell backwards,
Yeah.
and he was on his head,
Dude.
and there's no carpet right there either. It was
No,
just right
hardwood
onto the,
floor,
right
of
on the
course.
hardwood floor.
Of course, in fact, if there was, he would have hit the hardwood floor because that's how it works. That's just how it is.
And there was just this,
like karmically to make us feel. It'll just
And then
start
I just
to,
felt- and
to
I
feel
felt-
like shit.
And in that
You're like,
moment, I felt
I
like the
put my-
worst mom in the entire world, and I wanted to cry. And the look on his face, he hadn't thankfully really hurt himself. It was more that he was startled.
Yeah.
He just went,
Which is
Like, I
worse.
think it hurt a little
Which is worse
bit.
because now it's the look of you betrayed me.
Yes, exactly. That's the look. And I was like, oh my God. I was so ashamed that I have
yeah.
not shared this story until
so-
I couldn't be like,
See, but
it's
it's
like, honey, how was your day? Like, I let our son fall off the couch because
Well, you're
I
never
did what
gonna
you're
say that.
because I did what you're not supposed to do, which is take your eye off of him and
which
to go
I
get
always
something.
yell to you about. Like, it's,
Oh yeah, exactly. After I've like yelled and like you threw my son into a door frame, you know, you let him, you,
my God.
you know, you let him slip under the water in the tub, whatever. And now I had that moment, so I could never admit to it.
I'm
was so
glad
ashamed.
No one will ever know.
Yeah, so that's my story. But and then the purpose of that is don't take your eyes off your child even for a second.
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
good.
It's true. No, it's so true.
Folks,
It's a thing where it's like,
don't
walk away from the changing table, even if you think you got like one hand kind of there.
But
man.
But see, this is why I have the show is sometimes you got to fucking walk away from the changing table. All right? Sometimes, there aren't any diapers. What? Oh, I'm just going to do this quickly. That's what we do sometimes because we think he's not going to roll off. He's not going to roll off. Like even before they roll, right?
You think they won't.
You're like, I can do it. And then that's the one day that they learn to freaking roll, you know? So, and we've all done it. And everybody's going, oh, God. Oh, I'd never do that. Like, you know, people.
But we've all at least thought of it. Or we're like, oh, you have to. Or if there's just poop everywhere.
I've done it.
There's
Yeah.
nothing,
Right.
know?
I've done it all. When he's crying through the night, I've been like, stop. Like when I just couldn't take it anymore. Stop. You need to stop. Like I'm shocked, you know, that my neighbors haven't like.
You have a well-insulated house. I hope. You do. It's a good house.
A single mother to two crazy kids.
No, that's hard.
Two very focused and determined kids. You know.
That's
Which
gotta
I
be
know.
hard. I mean, I'm tired all the time, so.
I know all the time. And in the beginning, you were like, you called me to get the
sleep training.
I had a sleep trainer. The best money I ever spent in my life because my son was sleeping by 2.5 months, sleeping through the night. But I had to do this. I had to pay for this because there was no way I could deal with the other kid, work, do that, have another I had to. And you called, but then you did it on your own. You didn't use a sleep trainer.
I ended up just doing it on my own. But it was just from reading things and doing sort of
like taking this and
online research. And sort of going
online.
Yeah.
Did you find out that you had cancer too?
Because
we talk about how you go online and you put something in and they're like, oh, you have cancer. Like you're like, oh, my head has been hurting for 5 days.
Yeah, no,
It's cancer.
I can't do the self-diagnosing thing because my husband will do that. I'm like, no, stay off the internet with that. No, you don't have pneumococcal meningitis. You have a cold. Okay. You wuss. Oh, I call it the man flu. When a man even has a cold and they're like,
It's very dramatic.
oh,
Yeah,
it gets
right?
very dramatic. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at they're gonna
Yes.
fight now.
Oh.
Fight.
Very dramatic.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
hey, when are you guys
that is-
getting married?
It's worse than having a child.
It's
You're
the
that
fumbling
we have
against
3
the
chicks.
wall. Oh, I can't even walk.
Oh,
really, Tobin? Have you done that?
Oh, yeah.
Does
Well,
it go back? Does it go back to when they're babies and we get all snuggly with our little boys and they just go back to it and they're like, I want someone to get snuggly with me. Yeah, that's what it.
I think that men, but this is just my own theory, that they just don't have the same pain tolerance as women by nature.
I don't know. I
And
disagree.
it's not a really.
I've dated a lot of athletes who have like fallen on their head and kept the game going.
I think if the pain
Well, that's
Tell
probably
us.
externally, then we're good.
well. That's usually why. Okay, think about male athletes. Why they're paid all that money because it's the few of them that will actually tolerate some pain.
Like they all do.
And survive.
Like I'm just because I'm a hockey fan. There's Steve Yzerman of the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh yeah, my husband wants to go to a game with you. He's
He
dying.
does?
Yes, he's dying.
We'll totally
to.
do
Yeah.
that. It'd be so fun. He just shattered his knee. It was broken in a million places. His knee, and during the whole playoff series, he just taped that motherfucker up. He taped that knee up. They shot it in.
Hockey
They
player.
really are.
Well,
hockey players.
athlete. Well,
And it was the most impressive thing. They won the cup too.
but that's athletes. I think there's also a different mentality, mindset. Think of ballerinas.
I just won
ballet.
over the entire town of Detroit by
Yeah.
telling that story.
Yes.
Like ballerinas,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, or
same thing.
ballerinas like will dance on point and on broken toes and feet and just tape their feet.
Do
But
opera
then-
singers do that? As an opera singer,
Yes.
classically
No.
trained.
No, singers are probably notoriously some of the biggest whiners. Like the temperature isn't correct. The
Oh, yeah, for my voice?
the humidity is not right. For my voice. This tea is too hot. I'm
So
kidding.
wait,
I'm
he
kidding.
was
I'm
sick.
totally kidding. This is just me.
Hey, back to porn. Okay, and I've talked about this before. And
Wow, we went
this is-
full circle.
Just right
I
in.
feel healthy. Okay, so youngsters, if there are any youngsters or anybody, don't look at porn and go, that's how I want to please my woman. Don't. We're telling you.
Yeah, it's pretty scary
No,
how
but
desensitized this next generation of
yes,
kids growing up.
not, and how they want the vagina to look because of porn.
Oh yeah.
I call it the porn star pussy. And I've talked about this before in the podcast, but I end up cutting it out because I'm like, it's a little too much. I may cut it out again. But since it's our anniversary show, I may just like push the envelope a little bit.
All right.
But like I find that a certain type of guy or a certain age wants a porn star pussy. They want everything gone, and it's like, and the women are
Photoshopped?
doing it and photoshopped, yeah.
And
And the
perfectly
women are doing
lit.
it, right? And the women are doing it, and they're like, "Oh, it's got to look a certain way." No, you're enough. You're enough. You got the golden gates, yo. That's enough.
I like the Golden Gate.
Seriously, if
That's
my man
nice.
was like, I always want it shaved, I'd be like, out. Unless he was super hot and rich, and then in that case, I'd be like, sure.
You should be like, well, coincidence.
Yeah.
I do too. You better shave it all.
Oh my god.
I think we should, if anything, draw the line at bleaching.
I'm not
have you
bleaching
heard it?
anything. Yes,
Have
I've
you heard of that? I mean,
Ridiculous.
the oth-
Bleaching.
yes, the other side.
Can I ask
we-
what the why?
Bleaching your butthole. Why?
Okay, listen,
Why
I can't talk about it anymore because I think we may have just like,
Listen, I know
we
dudes
just
that
crossed
do
the
that.
line.
dudes.
You know,
No.
man. Okay.
Not name any names.
This became
Do I-
this
hey,
has
tell
now
them, do
just
I know
become a
them?
serious
Dude, I
conversation.
know them! Oh my
This
god.
has now
who is
become a
it?
serious
Oh
conversation.
my god. Okay,
Well, I
listen.
think it's because the
No
Photoshop
need.
thing, the Photoshop thing
Because
that
of
people feel like
Instagram and filters. They're like, oh my god, my genitalia doesn't look nice. It needs to look like a filter.
I mean,
I need to put it through.
the fact
through
that you're even
Sierra.
photographing your own genitalia and that having to put
It's for to
yeah.
photograph your
Or
genitalia.
Yeah.
if they're
So
trying
that
to
it
make
looks-
it more presentable and welcing.
right.
But
you
isn't
know.
it kind of dark? You know, when you're
Yeah.
doing the deed anyway. I mean, it's not like it,
Yeah,
most
I mean,
of
that's
the
a good
time.
point.
Most of the time,
I don't know
it
unless
is.
you're just
Like, I mean, other times it's not.
outdoor.
There's
Unless
always the
you're
morning.
outdoors.
There's always a morning, but
There's
Yeah.
warning if you don't
and
have kids.
exactly. Or if you just like want to get a hotel for the weekend and be a filthy whore. Like, I've never done that.
Never.
It's something I've never done. But if someone
But if someone
if
had,
someone wanted to be a filthy
I don't know
filthy whore.
that
for a
that seems
weekend.
like a lot of effort if you're just getting
I
into
can't.
bleaching.
I
I don't know if
can't.
that's healthy either. But yeah, I think that's
It's probably
I think
super
that
healthy.
started
It's
with
bleach.
the magazine. Bleach in the butt.
Very clean.
Very clean. Yeah.
It started with what
I
magazine?
no, I feel like it started as a magazine trend because, I mean, I guess if you're having that photograph, then you want to look
It has to
like
look
your
good.
photograph. If you are,
I
I don't know.
I color my hair. All right.
Mhm.
I get
Me
my
too.
nails done.
Me too.
Gels. Those are
Yeah,
those.
with the little gel
okay.
polish.
I get a pedicure.
Yeah, me too.
I wax certain parts of my body.
Yep.
I
That's a
what
lot of
else
work
do I
already,
do?
right?
Get facials. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just those alone, that's 5 things. I'm also a single mom with 2 kids. Like, I can't don't add in, I got to wax it all. And, well, I'm not doing that. Like, I now have a thing, like, I want women to unite and be like, no porn star pussy. No porn star pussy. Take me as I am. In fact, let's grow it all out. I'm trying to start a new movement.
70s are back.
I mean, I don't know. I'm so I feel like I'm so glad I'm not single. That's all I have to say. But I was gonna say I feel like I'm so out of touch. Like I don't actually know.
Listen,
what is considered
Okay,
trendy
have
or
you-
popular now?
have you seen you?
Doesn't everything go?
have you seen you? You just have to be there. Like you don't have to worry about it. Like I have to work at this shit.
Stop.
It's all good.
No.
No, I'm all good. I'm totally good with it. I have to work at shit. You just have to be there. She's like the equivalent of Ryan Pavey as a woman, but better.
Thank you.
So much better.
Oh.
But you don't like. Okay. I have a game.
Oh, really?
I do. I have a game. A really fun game. All right. And it's super unprofessional that it's through my phone. But see, we weren't doing games when we did
No.
this before. My kids need to be quiet. Shut up. Okay.
Or we
Shut
can't.
up. Okay. It's called What Would Nadia and Michelle Do? It's our special game.
Oh,
It's a new
New ga-
game.
I like this.
Well, it's
I
kind of
think.
like a variation of other ones, but it seems to be really popular amongst the viewers. Like they feel like they're learning something, and we like to educate our viewers, or we like to educate men and women. Have you learned something today? I hope.
That we
Okay, so-
don't bleach our buttholes.
I will never.
No.
That's never going to happen. Cut to next week. Unless you're super rich and hung and hot. Okay, what would Michelle and Nadia do?
Okay.
Nadia and Michelle. So this is your reaction. And Stephanie.
Stephanie thought
gets
she was
to
off the
join
hook
in
on this
too.
one.
And all right, so wait, Stephanie, what's your Instagram?
I am Shoals.
I am Shoals. SCHOLTZ.
No T.
No, OLZ. Okay. I am Shoals. You guys follow her. And follow Tovin. Okay. Tovin says fuck off. He doesn't want to fucking listen to you. All right. So by the way, I'm saying fuck again. This is in a nutshell. I go back and forth. I'm going to people more complaints that I don't say fuck. I got complaints that I said fuck. Then more
You know
complaints.
what?
Please bring back fuck because we don't feel you're authentic. I don't know anyone
There's no
who's
winning.
more authentic than myself. Okay,
That is true. I would agree with that.
so I'm just gonna be. All right, I'm just gonna be and entertain you folks. All right, so whatever. Shut up, Michelle. All right, so what would Nadia and Michelle do, and Stephanie too? So you have a date, and you have a date that evening with this guy that you really dig. Okay, but you have to pretend you're single.
Right.
Okay, and you were single for a bit ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. Okay. Not for long though.
No. No.
So just like as a woman,
Long enough.
like as a womankind.
Yes.
Okay. You have a date that evening with this dude that you really like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and at 3:00, all right, he says, "I have to work late now. I'll hit you up tomorrow, and we'll make a plan." He texts you that you have a date with him, and at 3:00 he goes, "Oh God, I can't. I have to work late. I'll hit you up." And
He's dead to me.
He's dead to you. And then, but there's even more. It's like,
Okay.
and then he doesn't for 2 days. Like he doesn't hit you up
Oh.
tomorrow, but he hits you up the next day and goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been so
Okay, is
busy."
this a
And he's-
first date or
No, you've been dating. not into like 3 or 4 months dating, because then you're kind of used to his ways, right? But it's the beginning. It's like it's at a point where you're like, whoa, these things have never happened to me, by the way.
Me neither. I have.
Okay, these aren't coming from anything personal, by the way.
Never. None of us. I'm sure we can all relate.
That would bother me. I'll tell you right now.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would bother me. And okay, if you're busy and I know you're a busy dude, I get it. That's cool. Like, I got stuff to do. But in my case, I had to hire a nanny. I had to work shit out. And now,
Right.
oh, I mean, I hire a babysitter.
I think that men don't think things through in instances like that.
Is that true, Tovin?
I would think that like he has his own reasons. They may be lame, but he doesn't actually think it through. It could be anything like, I've got diarrhea.
No, this dude doesn't have diarrhea, by the way. This guy who is some guy, hypothetical dude, does not have diarrhea. That's what everyone should know.
I'm sorry I went right there. It's just.
He works a lot.
Don't you find though that when a guy's really into you, you know it, and you don't wonder about it. But when a dude's like, he's iffy or whatever else, then you're like, I'm not sure where I stand. When he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm thinking about you, I just want, like you kind of know, but when you don't know what's happening, I don't think that's a good sign.
He could have been intimidated by you.
Oh, bullshit. Never.
Yeah. No,
They're never intimidated. Tovin's like, maybe intimidated by you. Yeah, for sure. Like, for sure. But I just don't, if you get that text, I think, now there's also the dudes who are like thinking of you.
Too much.
And
Yeah.
they're crazy time. And it's like, stop thinking of me.
But it's the 2 days after. Yeah, stop thinking about me.
Just like relax.
Yeah, the work thing, or if something really truly came up,
Right.
and if he said the next day, he should have followed through.
Yes.
That is
that's
something.
the thing.
If there was something that he didn't want to get into or explain to you, or that something awful was happening at work, and it was truly I will not be able to enjoy myself if we go on this date, because then I'm gonna have to work.
That would
till
be
3
nice to text, by the way. I really want.
Yeah,
I
well,
really want to see you.
Honesty.
I'm so honesty. I really want to see you. But I've got to handle this. Because that happens with us.
Right.
Like work goes late.
Yeah, and you're you got things to memorize and things, and you know you're not going to be able to enjoy yourself if you go to dinner and you're just looking at your.
Yeah, nothing drives me
yeah.
more crazy than a dude getting mad at me because I have to work. Like I've had that in my life. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with
win.
this.
You can't win.
Like, yeah, like you trust that I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
And so I think the problem is that he said I'll hit you up tomorrow and didn't.
Yeah, because I think if he has to work, that's fine. But
Yeah.
it's the delayed response of hitting you back that's like not a great sign.
Yeah. And that would really turn me off. That would turn me off. And I say to people watching, like, if he does hit you up in 2 days and then cancels again, you should not continue. Just go find someone else. Listen, there are millions of dudes in this in this country alone. Look at someone's calling me. A lot of people. I don't know why they're calling me. That person's annoying. I know that person. I don't know why they're calling.
Do they
See,
watch
this is how
podcast?
unprofessional. That wouldn't happen. I'm so unprofessional. Go away.
That's all right.
So it's okay. Thank you.
That's fine. I mean,
All right.
picking
You-
up this
okay.
Grand muffin. I'm happy.
So you send your guy. We're gonna get so many. Oh, look at them pick at the muffins, skinny bitches. That's right.
Well, it's
That's
actually
right.
sort of like deteriorating under my fingers, so it's kind of difficult to eat and look dainty.
You
Unless I just
send
shove it in my mouth.
You send a guy a naked picture of you, like a really
Never have.
like a beautiful artistic naked picture, not a
Maybe.
picture of your vagina, like a beautiful artistic in the shadows naked picture. Like that.
Not from real life.
Not from real life. Not from real
Got
life.
it.
Okay.
We would never. We would
You
never.
You send a guy a naked picture, and he doesn't respond.
Oh no!
Oh,
He doesn't respond.
I've not heard this story before.
He doesn't respond for 3 days.
Delete. block.
Next time he texts you, just say, "Who dis? New phone."
Then he responds saying that he saw it and he forgot to respond because he was so busy.
Nope.
No. I mean, if hypothetically the Stafford sends you a gorgeous but tasteful, well lit, in the shadows, nude shot, then you respond. I don't know how you couldn't.
Say that this hypothetically did happen to Michelle Stafford. Say it hypothetically, and that Nadia Bjorlin was over at Michelle's hypothetical Super Bowl party, and Michelle Stafford hypothetically said to Nadia Bjorlin, "Oh my God, the dude I'm dating didn't respond to this," and hypothetically Nadia Bjorlin went, "Oh my God, if you sent that to me, I would respond
Yeah.
to you." Hypothetically.
Yes.
So you don't
Yeah.
continue on, huh?
No, he's got mental problems.
Yeah, he's out.
Mental problems.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
say that.
That's good to know. All right. So
Poor guy. Wait, no, not poor guy.
I see. I think that guy, that particular guy, has maybe too many naked pictures coming at him that he doesn't appreciate it.
Oh, it's an inconvenience for him that a hot lady
No,
is
like
sending him
he's
a
like used to women doing it. You know,
Who knows? I mean, that's
Who
just
ca- and who
that's
cares?
just too much trouble to
Millions-
figure out whether
millions
he's
of
like
men on the planet, millions
whether
of men
he's
on the
got
planet.
like religious reasons
Religious-
for not. I mean,
Ooh,
that just came to
that
mind.
could be
What if he
too.
actually somehow felt like uncomfortable and had to go to confession? All because of
I
this
didn't even
photo, and
think
it
of
took
that.
him 3 days.
I
But
didn't
he's
even
now
think of
too
that.
embarrassed to tell you that is the reason why he hasn't responded, because he's got some
I don't
deep-
know. It's not
rooted
real.
religious guilt.
I know.
But if that's the case,
it's not
then
real.
God bless, and that seems like a lot of work.
That's
a
a lot of
be
work.
a-
That's
that
a curveball that you just threw in there.
Yeah, right.
Didn't even
Right.
think of that. All right, so you're dating a guy for a month, and you're dating him. He won't kiss you. He won't kiss
Why'd
you.
you look at me when you said that?
Because we're just looking
Guys,
for
should
some
I know
answers.
something?
Looking for answers, Tobin. You're dating him
'Cause she's
for a
one-
month, and maybe you've gone out like 4 times, and he's not kissing you.
Does he know that you're dating?
Well, like, I mean, I
if
guess
you've
that's
gone
not.
out-
Is that technically not dating? You're going out. You're going on dates. It's
But is
dating.
he calling them dates?
I don't know.
You're
It's
going
just,
out-
I
It's
don't know what he's
in this
doing.
hypothetical imaginary
feel-
scenario.
I feel like
And then you say,
a man
hey,
wouldn't
you say,
even care. Like if you're alone with them,
You say, hey, are you gonna kiss
and they
me?
bagged your groceries, and this is the 4th time, they're still gonna lunge at you, right?
I don't
You
know.
look
We hung out for
horrified.
like 3 weeks before, and no moves were being made, and I had to be like, "Bro, what's happening?"
Yeah, you're being like, dude,
'Cause he
are you
really
gonna kiss
likes you.
me? And you're going, are you
Special
gonna kiss me?
scenario.
Totally.
And okay, wait a second. This is awesome. Okay, so because the question is, and then he's like, I respect you so much. I don't want to kiss you or screw this up.
That's sweet.
Do we believe that, or do we believe that he's just banging a bunch of other people and he doesn't like?
No,
that's too
actually,
much.
I feel like I believe him.
You
because
believe him?
if he is banging a bunch of other chicks,
I
then-
love that you said banging. I've never heard you say.
No,
Look what
You
I've
haven't?
done to you. All right. Okay. If he's banging a bunch of other chicks,
if he's banging a bunch of other chicks, then he wouldn't care. He would just go for it, like
oh,
True.
because what does he have to lose?
So do we believe that guy?
4 weeks
Yeah.
though. How like you
4
see him
weeks.
once a week, kind of a thing for 4 weeks?
Yeah, yeah.
And does he seem reserved or very polite? And what are your dates like? If your dates are just very
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Right,
I'm
or-
saying it. What would we do? I don't know if I,
I mean,
would.
did you try
continue
to
on-
grab his dick?
I don't know. Yeah, right. Should have. I don't.
If
this
you had,
didn't
if you
necessarily happen-
didn't do
this
that, then
didn't
how is
happen
the
to
guy
me.
supposed to know?
This didn't happen to
Know
me.
that you.
How do you know that you want us if we don't grab your dick? That's what it's coming to. That's what it's coming to, right?
Thank you, President.
Oh my god.
It's not a political show.
I
We
believe the
this
guy.
I
We
think if he's
believe
a
this
nice guy,
He's a
then
nice guy.
you have to gauge it. If he's a guy who's making out with other chicks and
Yeah.
he's not kissing you, then it's weird. But if
Yeah,
he's a nice guy
yes.
and really like
I would hang with
sweet,
him. I would like
worth it.
hang out to see where
He could be a
that
sweet,
happened.
respectful guy who was
Yeah.
maybe raised by a single mother
Yeah. Okay.
and is a little bit more sensitive and
or not sure if you're ready and is wanting to just like really give you the time and space.
Right. Hey,
Kind.
why are you guys saying it to me like as if the like it's me? It's what would Nadia and Michelle do with Stephanie sprinkled in between? Like it's what would we do? I would continue on with the guy. I'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
yeah.
You know, but it would drive me crazy if I was like really hot for him though. That he wasn't kissing me.
Or maybe he's just so cunning
Yeah, I know. See, I
that
think
he
it's cunning.
that it's all
think
he has it
that's-
all worked out. Like
I
he
think
knows
it's-
he
I
knows
really
you
do.
He
I
knows
think
you
it's-
want it bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you could see me coming. I'm all like,
Just reeling you in.
fuck, right? Okay, the dude Monday, the dude that you really like, the dude you really, really like, he texts you and he says that he wants to take you out. Okay, now this is Monday. And you text him back, yeah, I want to, yeah, let's do it. And then he says, okay, we'll make a plan or whatever he says. And then Thursday, he says, hey, do you want to go out on Thursday? He texts you and you say, yeah, right? And he says, okay, yeah, we'll definitely make a plan. And then Saturday at 5, he texts you and says there's a party that night.
Wait, what happened to Thursday?
Like, no, it disappears again. Monday he texts you.
Oh,
and
so he
he's
said,
like,
"Let's make plans on
let's
Thursday."
make a plan. No, Monday he says, let's make a plan. And you go, yeah, but it's super like oblique. Yeah. And then Thursday's like, yeah, let's make a plan. You're like, cool, but it's nebulous, like Tovin just said.
Good word.
Look it up. Oblique as well applies. It would be a synonym. And and then Saturday at 5, he says there's a party tonight. You know, do you want to go to it? Do you go? I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I know what I would do, because you really like him.
No.
I would.
Oh.
I would. See, but you wouldn't, and that's valid. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
See,
I
and
mean,
Stephanie's on the fence.
I guess it depends. I say no, but then I guess it depends
You
on
really
the mood,
like him.
the mood you're in. If you really like him, and what's his reasoning for inviting you at 5? Was it that he didn't know about this party,
or somebody else? I don't even care. I've come to the point where I don't even care of reasons why anymore.
But if you're,
I want to go,
if you want to go, no. But that's valid.
I'm like,
if
yeah,
you,
he could have invited somebody else, and she
hey,
canceled.
you know what?
And
It's
now
valid. If you want to
like,
go,
who cares?
you've got no plans, and
Right?
you're okay going. You say,
That's
just,
how I am
I'm gonna
now.
have a good time. That's okay though.
Yeah, I used to like.
It's
Oh
all
well,
right.
wait a second. Maybe there was another girl, and I'm gonna make him wait. I don't. You
it's
know what?
fine.
I'm tired.
Right.
I'm
No,
a
I say
single
if you have
mom
the energy, I'm saying that no
with 2
now because
kids.
I couldn't fathom like even getting dressed or doing
Right?
anything to get
Like,
ready.
it's
Like-
just awesome that somebody wants to touch my body. I'm like, yeah, take me out of this house. Do you hear my son screaming down there? So I'm at a very different place.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, oh,
But
good.
fair enough. I may be saying no now, but maybe a few years ago I've been like, yeah, great, love spontaneity. Now, no, there's no such thing as
I feel like it
spontaneity.
depends on the dude because I think a lot of dudes
No, you really like
there's
him.
all these like dating games that they have
There
to play.
are.
Like they can't come on too strong because then we wig out, or they have to be super reserved. But if they're too
Right.
reserved, then we wig out.
I don't care about any of that anymore. You know what? I'm an easy target. You know what?
I care
I'm
about this
I'm easy.
bran muffin.
Yeah, me. I do. I'm easy. I'm a single
so
mom.
into it.
Dudes know us single moms too. They're like, oh, they're the best to date because like we're not calling them. We don't want to have children. We're not like, oh, I want your sperm. I want your sperm. And we, we're not all over. We're the easiest. We're easy.
I've learned something new today.
You knew I was easy.
Never.
Nice to you.
Stafford
Okay.
is not easy.
Okay, your pal set you up with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you haven't met him. Hypothetically,
Oh, this has happened to me. Oh wait,
It's already
hypothetical.
done. Your friend set you up with a guy. You haven't met him. You only have had text conversations. Okay. He starts, and then now he starts sending you hearts, like the little blowy heart, the little blowy face, and then the heart
Dead.
eyes. But you haven't made a plan yet, and he starts sending you that. Then he starts, and you're like, okay, hey, let's go out. And then, oh yeah, next week is good for me. Then he refers to you, hey, as Boo. He sends you a text. How's it going, Boo?
No.
Hypothetically.
No. You lost me there. I could make up reasonings and excuses for the guy for the kissy faces and stuff.
But
actually,
Boo?
no.
But the Boo?
No, yeah, that's the line is drawn
Don't
at
we?
Boo.
Yeah, because don't we earn Boo?
Yeah.
We earn
I mean,
that.
you guys haven't been on one date yet.
Exactly, right? It's not necessarily my story. It's just a story.
Yes, a
Stephanie
story.
And Tobin. And
But
Nadia.
it's weird.
It's
even if
it's
he's
weird.
been even if he's been cyber stalking you, which is probably a thing.
What if
you
you've
know.
sent now? What if you have talked via text and sent pictures, and
He feels like he knows you so
I
much
know.
better than he does because he's been Googling the shit out of you.
You've been Googling, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is
So
now.
he knows everything about you. Yeah.
like everything about you.
That was,
and it's like it's so weird.
Yeah, that was one thing I did not enjoy about being single
Yeah.
was when you would go out with someone and then they bring something up that you know you've never spoken
I
to
know,
them about.
and
Yeah.
I know.
You know, you're like, yeah, no, I haven't shared that with that person.
I
Or
don't-
it's like your first date and they know all this stuff about you. It's like, no, do not share that you've been on the interweb and looking me up. That's weird because I haven't looked
Well,
you up.
I
But
know. I
that's-
don't do
yeah,
that.
I know.
And
But I know
think
that's
I'm-
such a thing that everybody looks each other up. But that's
I used to, but I was like tearing them down before I ever met them, right? Just by their Google thing, and I thought, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure they're doing that with me too, and because
you're forming judgment on somebody
Yeah.
before you've even met them.
based on a third party,
Right.
which isn't accurate of a correct depiction of who you are anyway, and I think it's also, here's some advice, peeps, since like social media and stuff is so prevalent in our lives, as I think it's best not to follow, if you're dating someone, best not to follow them on social media.
Yeah.
If you're dating someone, I think it's just best not to follow them.
Not even if you're married to them. Because then all you do is end up like correcting
Yeah.
their spelling. Yeah.
It's the wrong use of there. That's all. I know.
It's true.
No, I mean that's it of our podcast.
Oh.
No, it's true.
I
No,
was
it
like,
is
I
true.
was all into the spelling thing.
No, I think that's hilarious. He spells correctly, Grant.
He writes so quickly sometimes.
Oh yeah,
I'm also
I do that. I do that.
I'm kind of a grammar Nazi.
Oh, you are.
So I'm very particular with, and so if I see something and it's
A lot
not
of people are.
not correct,
I know a lot of people are.
but he's also he's very different than I am on social media in the sense of he also loves to just like take candid photos and videos, that Instagram video thing, which I don't even know how to use it because I haven't even bothered to try to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves to just like point that thing at me while like I'm in the kitchen and like I'm just thinking of an example. It was at Thanksgiving and I looked like hell and I was trying
No,
to
you
like I
didn't.
was like pulling the
It would
gross
never
stuff
happen.
out of the turkey and I was like this like in the sink and he was like sitting on the couch not helping, but then post that to Instagram like thinking it's hilarious.
No, but
Like, he
that
loves,
actually
like-
is
like,
good
I'll-
comedy. It's good comedy.
Like I'll constantly see in his Instagram stories or whatever they
Yeah,
are.
the
I'm
stories.
Like why would you post that?
You always look good. I see his stories, and you always look beautiful. He posts beautiful pictures, and he's so proud of you and loves you so much. And he's like,
thank
my
you.
beautiful wife. Oh, I'm so lucky. He's like a strapping Irish guy. So hot.
He is.
So super hot and fun and funny and honest.
Yeah, he's very honest. That is what I love about that.
It's
though.
okay that I call him super hot, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know,
Because he is.
call a spade a spade. I mean, it is what it is.
Knocking her up all the time.
Yeah. I know.
I may
Kinda
cut that out. That's
Just kind
not.
of happened.